we were told he's playing Colonel Muster, but I don't even see Assembled Legion in here. Unless it's that bad, I just can't even read it. But I don't see Assembled Legion, so there's no Musters.
I see Zealous Cyclops and Thunder Moon something. Huntmaster of Frond.
Sorry, Ali. You look good. Your handwriting doesn't. We're going to stick with Naya Ramp for that because, yeah, he's not playing the muster counter generator, so no reason to call the deck Colonel Muster. He's playing main deck. Well, he's got main deck Aurelia. He's also got 2 main deck Gisela, Blade of a Gold Knight, or Goodish, whatever that says.
I think it's Gisela Blue of Punishment.
Okay.
Now, for those of you who are just joining us, no, we are not making up card names. We just can't read Ollie's handwriting. I'm Adrian Sullivan here with the one and only Joey Pasco, waiting for this match between Ollie Aintrazi and Bronzie Fain to get underway here at the StarCityGames.com Open Series here in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, so I believe players are all ready with their openers and just waiting for the go-ahead. I think that it's taken a little bit for the Pony Express to make its way up there and let them know they can start playing. I think a pony could make it across this room pretty fast, but I'd be surprised.
Here we go. In the beginning, it's a swamp Gravecrawler. That is one heck of a bright swamp. The lights here are quite bright. I'm wondering if there's maybe... here we go. Attack for 2.
Yep.
Is that a Blood Crypt tapped?
It is. Temple Garden on Ollie's turn 1. He untaps it.
Now, Bronzie's...
Elysium Mortars for the Gravecrawler, so...
Boom. Bronzie's deck is a true Rakdos deck. When you have a deck that's running both Geralf's Messenger and Hell Rider and Thundermaw Hellkite, you definitely are fully committed to both sides of your color there.
The other key card is Rakdos Guildgate ×4 in the deck. You don't see that a lot.
And Gravecrawler finds Gravecrawler versus Smiter. You know, I have seen a lot of these Rakdos Guildgate ×4 lists. It almost always feels like the mana is too good, to quote Patrick Chapin, that you could make the mana a little bit worse color-wise and have your deck perform a little better.
I agree. We'll get into that in a bit. Falconwrath Aristocrat comes down, swings in alongside 2 Gravecrawlers. One gets blocked by the Loxodon Smiter, but one gets in alongside that Aristocrat. So Ollie, life total dwindling now, untaps. There's the start of his turn 4, and he's got a Thundermaw Hellkite. Not going to do him any good this turn, but
Rootbound Crag.
He would like to find something. He does have a Restoration Angel in hand, so in addition to a Thragtusk, which I assume is the more likely turn 5 play with his life total dwindling and likely dwindling even further on Bronzie's turn here. So I imagine, as much as he would like to play Thragtusk to then Restoration Angel, I think he's going to have to Angel here. I mean, he could just fall to 8 if Bronzie doesn't have anything else ridiculous, but that seems scary.
Bronzie contemplating his options here. Lots of haste possibilities in his deck. Falconwrath Aristocrat, Hell Rider, Thundermaw Hellkite. That is a ton of stuff that can come down at the 4 and 5 mana mark.
He does play a 5th land and gets a Gravecrawler, and now with 4 mana, second Aristocrat, and things are looking very grim for Ollie at this point. Looks like both Aristocrats. Wait a minute.
One of those Gravecrawlers is 6, sir.
That's true, yeah. Back that one up.
And now the pre-combat Gravecrawler serves as possible food for a Falconwrath Aristocrat.
Yeah. These vampires will dine on even dead flesh. That
makes them more like zompires to me.
Yeah. That cavern named Dragon, by the way. Not telegraphing any sort of Thundermaw Hellkite or anything. So, Restoration Angel comes down for Ollie. Yeah, had the life totals wrong just for a second. Ollie puts the Restoration Angel in front of the Falconwrath Aristocrat, essentially trading his Angel for a Gravecrawler there, because the Gravecrawler sacrificed to the Aristocrat to make it indestructible.
Thundermaw?
And here's Ollie.
Thundermaw, boom!
Follow up with a Thundermaw. So
There's going to be some death here. He's going to probably have to sacrifice one of these vampires to the other. Or you can do that and lose two guys.
Right.
That's fine. That's fine.
There was a better way of doing that. But yeah, Thundermaw Hellkite deals with the double Falconwrath Aristocrat.
Not going to matter though. Take death.
That will do it there. Bronzie takes game 1 on the back of all the haste guys in the format.
Oh, look at Ollie there. Very sad little face, a little sigh. Gonna go to the sideboard now. Cards I expect to see. Huntmaster of the Fells, yes. Fog, yes. After that, Oblivion Ring, maybe. And I think we might stop right there, because he does have other cards. Like, for example, Thundermaw Hellkite is a powerful card against opposing Falconwrath Aristocrats, but it is also 5 mana. And 5 mana is a lot of mana. Now, on the other side of the board, Bronzie, I think that what we're likely to see from him is a combination of 2 Zealous Conscripts to fight against Ollie's top-end cards, as well as to serve as combination with his Aristocrat. And then from there, I might just stop at that point.
Yeah, everything else. He's got some Victim of Nights, decent. He's got some Appetite for Brains, decent. You know, like stuff that's not dead, but not necessarily an upgrade from what he's got in the main deck. So I could totally see him just stopping at the conscripts.
There is Selesnya's Voice in Ollie's sideboard. That also makes sense as a sideboard card to bring in Tristani, Selesnya's Voice. And sorry it took me so long to mention that card. It's just that...
Not quite sure what just happened, but...
something happened, I don't know what.
Something happened that generated quite the applause. We need to get an on-field reporter on the scene to tell us what just happened.
I don't know, but apparently it was awesome. But anyway, sorry it took so long to mention Tristani, Selesnya's Voice. I just couldn't actually read the card. So...
another card, it's starting to pick up in play, starting to see a little more play. Gloom Surgeon. Very interesting inclusion in some of these sideboards. It's just a 2/1 for 2 from Avacyn Restored, and it's a rare creature spirit. If combat damage would be dealt to Gloom Surgeon, prevent that damage and exile that many cards from the top of your library. So putting the brakes on the aggro deck.
Yeah, this is a great card against decks that don't have many ways to actually deal real damage. They have to deal with creature damage. Well, Gloom Surgeon just stops it.
Yeah, and just gets in the way and, you know, mills you a bit, but it's much harder for a deck to deal 60 than, well, not necessarily 60, but
40.
53 than it is to deal deal 20. Not to mention the fact that Gloom Surgeon might play right into your own strategy where, you know, like in Bronzie's case, oh, you dumped some grave crawlers into the graveyard? Like they got milled from my library? Okay, bring them back.
Well, the Gloom Surgeon does exile, so...
Oh, I'm sorry,
he would not be able to do that.
I keep thinking it mills.
It exile mills.
It exile mills. It's a grist mill. I will say that.
Ollie Aintrazi finally finished with his board. Make sure he's got his 15 there. Double, oh, maybe not done. Double check. Okay, I'm curious what that last minute decision was.
Yeah, just a quick change. And it looks like he's maybe changing his mind again.
Nope, let's go back again. Where is it?
It looks like Mizium Mortar's coming out and something else going back in. Something green.
Fog?
Back in. Possibly. That's the only thing that looks like it could have... I'm pretty sure it may have been Fog.
I love Fog.
Unless it was a green card he originally cut, like an Arbor Elf, and then said, you know what, I actually would rather have the Arbor Elf than the Mizium Mortars. I'm going to go ahead and get that Arbor Elf back. I'm now doing the quick shuffle.
The quick pile shuffle. StarCityGames.com sleeves there being sported by Ollie. This is the StarCityGames.com Open Series. here live in Washington, D.C. I'm Adrian Sullivan here with Joey Pasco. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter at SCG Live. Yep. And that conversation, hashtag SCGDC.
Absolutely. We'll be following it. You guys can interact with us if you tweet at SCG Live. Also, again, the hashtag SCGDC will show you everything that people are saying about the hashtag, and if you have something to say about the event and you include the hashtag, well, everybody else will be able to see it as well. So everybody just following that hashtag and checking things out. Also, to remind you guys, the Invitational's coming up. A couple of weeks, 3 weeks, April 4th through the 6th at the Atlanta Invitational. It's the Open Series featuring the Invitational. We've got Standard Open, Legacy Open, and Invitational. In addition, another tournament, which is just big news, announced yesterday. We've got the Ascension Immortal Tournament. The champion receives their likeness on a future Ascension promo card. So that is super exciting. Not only is it something very different for the Open Series, it's non-Magic, but that's quite a prize. The entry fee is $20. It's taking place Sunday, April 6th at noon. The entry fee includes all materials needed to play. You don't need to have a deck or anything. This is all provided in the tournament. The format is the most recent block, which is Rise of the Vigil block. And of course, you actually get a promo card just for participating. It's a Swiss tournament structure, and 1-game matches, 30-minute rounds.
If you are a person who has not played Ascension, my experience has been that if you like Magic, you tend very much to like Ascension.
I agree.
I'm actually playing 6 matches right now.
You should be paying attention to the screen. Come on, Adrian.
No, actually, literally, I'm playing 6 matches right now. If you have the iOS, like right now,
take your turn and then.
Yeah, you got like I'm playing against Scott Larrabee and Ben Rasmussen and Jim Husted, a friend of mine who's coming here tonight. Actually, my friend Kat, a couple other people.
Pretty awesome. Yeah, there is an iOS version.
I love Ascension, so. Aintrazi just devastated in that first game. Bronzie Fain opened up with Gravecrawler, followed up with another Gravecrawler, went to Falcon Wrath Aristocrat ×2, and then Thundermaw Hellkite for the win, despite Ollie trying to put up a fight to keep that from killing him. He did put up quite a bit of resistance, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, he kind of fell behind very early, and when he started to kind of dig his heels in, it was not soon enough.
Turn 1 Avacyn's Pilgrim.
And a turn 1 zombie for Bronzie.
Diagraph Ghoul.
Yeah, I guess it's a zombie. It's a ghoul.
Farseek.
Yeah. Ollie finds a Temple Garden and passes back.
So no second land for Ollie then.
Yeah.
In for 2.
And no red mana source either for Ollie. And double Gravecrawler for Bronzie right out of the gate with 3 2-power dudes on turn 2. Ollie's going to need to put up some kind of defense here. I think I see Tristani. In fact, he may have 2 copies in his hand. Finds a 3rd land. Has 4 mana, and there is Tristani.
Tristani is so huge. 2, I believe, 5.
You want to put that up on the screen for us, Jeremy?
And every time that a creature... Oh, never mind, die. Every time that a creature comes into play on your side, gain life equal to its toughness. Victim of Night, though. Tristani is not long for this world.
I thought he had a second one, but I must have not seen that correctly. Sunpetal Grove comes down. He's got access to Garrick. He's got... Oh, he did
another
have a second
Tristani.
one. He was hiding it. So you can put it up on the screen for us now, assuming Bronzie doesn't have an answer for that one. So 4 mana for a 2/5. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Pretty much what Adrian said. And you can populate for 3 and tapping it. So putting a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of a creature token you control. Not relevant at this point.
It could become relevant very quickly, though, with the Garrick Primal Hunter in Ollie Aintrazi's hand.
Both Garrick and Thragtusk make 3/3 beasts, so we could have a whole lot of beasts on Ollie's side of the board if things go his way.
Bronzie now comes in with everybody.
Yeah, gonna throw everybody in. Ollie at 12. Doesn't want to fall too far behind here. We saw him last game fall behind way too soon. And so it looks like he's going to decide to block here. One in front of the ghoul, the Tristani.
Takes 4, goes to 8.
Ghoul dies.
He's afraid of a Searing Spear here, but no, it is quote-unquote just a Giralf's Messenger.
Yeah. Giralf's Messenger comes down, drains Ollie to 6.
And here we have a total beating. Gain 5 from Thragtusk, trigger the Tristani, gain 3. A total of 8 gained.
Yes.
And then when that Thragtusk dies, if Tristani is still around, gain 3 more.
Absolutely. Ollie from 6 all the way up to 14. Not only that, but he's got a 5-3 to put in the way in addition to that Tristani. And I have a feeling he won't have too much of an issue putting the Thragtusk in the way of something if he can get some more life from it. So Tristani can be a headache for these sorts of aggro decks.
An attack with everything from Bronzie does not even manage to get that much damage in. See, another Giralf's Messenger. Ollie drops to 12.
Now, Ollie has that Thragtusk, and he's untapping with it, and he's got Restoration Angel in.
Ouch.
This is going to be brutal for Bronzie.
And Thragtusk attacks. Tristani attacks.
Ollie going on the offensive.
He just wants to end this game at this point. There's very little that Bronzie can actually do that will stop the pain he's about to receive from this Restoration Angel. The Restoration Angel coming into play will gain Ollie 4 life. Then when it flickers the Thragtusk, it will gain Ollie 5 life plus 3 life, making it 12. Then the Beast comes into play, making it 15 life.
Ollie's going up to 27 this turn if we're doing the math correctly here. So Restoration Angel, Blink Thragtusk, Thragtusk comes back, Beast comes back. Gosh, that's a lot of life.
And I am gonna do a quick look-see.
Does Bronzie have anything that does 27 damage? Is that what you're looking for?
Okay. At this point in Bronzie's main and sideboard, given this current situation, the only way he can win that I would guess is getting 6 lands in play and then miracling a bonfire.
That could help deal with Tristani and friends over there.
It's worth noting that even by doing that, he would not necessarily be in a winning position.
A Beast would be left over, and Ollie would still be at, well, I guess 21 if it happened anytime very soon, but I have a feeling Ollie's life total is going nowhere but up at this point. Or it's going more up than down, depending on how long that Tristani lives. Bronzie, brim of his hat, doing a great job of blocking.
Is that a Jerry Thompson Beast? Oh, look at that! A Joey Pasco Beast!
I like it.
Boom!
They're making a switch to Jerry Thompson? Come on. Who made that call? Even our director.
Boo!
Now
Double
we have a
boo.
real Beast. Okay. Okay, real Beast I can accept. I mean, I guess I could accept Jerry over me too, but I don't know why switch twice. Alright, real Beast, we're good with that. Jerry's a 1/1 anyway. That's right, he's a 1/1 human. However, the Joey Pasco Snapcaster doesn't have a power and toughness. It is whatever you want it to be there. Also flashes back any card from your graveyard when it comes into play.
In come the zombies.
It is a heck of a token, says Jeremy. Yeah, I agree. I'm a fan.
A Searing Spear in hand. Too late. This Searing Spear that Bronzie has in his hand, he so could have used 2 or 3 turns ago when Tristani first blocked
him. Yeah. It was the Searing Spear that Ollie dreaded that Bronzie didn't have. Searing Spear takes out that Beast.
And he is doing that largely to keep Tristani from being able to easily just start generating tokens with Populate.
Ollie's going to just start gaining 3 a turn here off of Garrick if he still has it. I believe he still has a Garrick in hand. He does. He could play a Smiter too. Gain 4. Tusk and Restoration Angel into the red zone on the offensive, holding that Trostani back.
And you know what? He's just going to say, Ollie, you can have that token.
Yeah, so Messenger blocks Thrag Tusk. Messenger comes back, drains Ollie for 2. Ollie gets a beast, gains 3. Well, that was not very exciting for the Giralf's Messenger fans.
1, 2, 3 mana. Smiter, gain 4.
Yeah, I'll gain 4 life, so. Yeah, that's, I think Bronzie might really not have any way out of this game and want to just start another
Populate.
game.
Gain 3. Go ahead.
He doesn't have to activate that as a sorcery, does he?
No.
Wonder why he just decided to do it there.
Just in case Bronzie untaps and burns the, or kills the token in response.
I suppose that makes sense. Just in response to your Populate?
In response to the Populate.
Ollie getting greedy. I want to make sure I get my 3 life. No, it's not really that greedy.
Knight of Infamy.
Doing what his deck does. Knight of Infamy there for Bronzie. And he's just got a bunch of zombies that are not looking very impressive against all the beasts and things on Ollie's side of the board. Not to mention the fact that Ollie's holding Garrick. But I don't even know if I play Garrick at this point, considering my board position. I mean, I guess there's something to be said for hiding the fact that you have Garrick, but it's not really any surprise. Yeah, well,
make a beast, gain 3. Haha, Jerry Thompson's in play after all.
They grabbed the wrong one again.
Looking for the bonfire. Still going to be too small to take care of Trostani, but it would at least do 3, killing everything besides Smiter, Trostani, Restoration Angel.
Would not kill Garrick. Might almost kill Garrick.
Thundermaw Hellkite.
Okay, so here comes something.
Die, Garrick, die.
Yeah, he could kill Garrick here. He could just hold it back to hold off a Restoration Angel, but he's making no progress on his game plan by doing that. Unless his game plan is win with, just stall to Bonfire. What is that other card in Ollie's hand? Is that Farseek and something else? What was it? Farseek? Okay. Yeah, I think it was Farseek. I'm sorry. It was Farseek and something else other than Farseek is what I missed.
And Garrick draw cards. Ends up being 4 cards. Bronzie in real bad shape here, but hanging on for the hope of Bonfire for 5, I mean. He would need 1 more mana, and then the top deck of a Bonfire, and not be dead at that point.
Yeah, he holds back the Thundermaw to block as Ollie finishes drawing tons of cards off Garrick. That Thundermaw holding off the Restoration Angel, so.
And we get 2 life for the Huntmaster coming into play. 2 life for the trigger, and 2 life for the Wolf trigger on Trostani. 6 life.
This deck is filthy. Trostani is making this filthy. Oh, that's right. You did keep Thundermaw back. I guess I won't attack with my 3/4 into your 5/5.
Holds back on the Farseek. Has, with the Avacyn's Pilgrim, has 3 mana open.
I believe it's Fog is the card that I was missing. It's got a very orange look to it. I'm pretty sure it's Fog.
Waiting for Bronzie to decide here. Searing Spear. Get rid of that Huntmaster before things go too crazy. past the
I think
turn.
we're well past. Too crazy. I think
And-
even if Bronzie were to deal with the Tristani
Tristani makes another beast.
already done. Tristani's already done enough.
Oblivion Ring here from the sideboard.
Ali
O-Ring.
has an O-ring for the Thunderball, and now he's back on the offensive with the Restoration Angel. And yeah, he looks like he's kind of wants a far seek, kind of wants to pass the turn, says he's going to far seek. Yeah, gets a Sacred Foundry, puts it into play tapped. I think he said, I forgot to use Garrick. Oops. Maybe he just didn't want so many beasts on the board.
Thundermaw.
Thunderball number 2 from Bronzie. Again, I believe just going to stay back and hold off the Restoration Angel. That's what the previous one was doing. I see
Ali-
a Gisela in Ollie's hand.
Ali quickly getting to that point where he'll be able to just... He might already be at the point where he can just attack.
Yeah, because Bronzie's not going to be able to do 47 before Ollie can do 7.
A lot of mana's coming.
It certainly is. He's also making a beast. I'll tap a bunch. While it's floating, I'll make a beast with Garrick. And there is Gisela, Blade of Gold Knight.
Yikes.
7 mana, 5/5 flyer. Also first strike. And if a source would deal damage to an opponent or to a... if a source would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, that source deals double that damage to that player or permanent instead. If a source would deal damage to you or a permanent you control, prevent half that damage, round it up. Yeah, Bronzie's going to scoop him up here.
Yep, to the
Really-
game 3.
Really no way to fight through the Gisela in that particular situation.
So, now that Bronzie has seen Tristani, one of the things that I expect to happen is that Bronzie is going to have 2 Zealous Conscripts come in and 2 Victim of Knights
Yeah.
definitely coming in. Then the question becomes whether or not you actually like or don't like Tragic Slip, because it does take a little bit of help for the Tragic Slip to kill a Tristani, and whether Appetite for Brains is worth your time.
Is Ali playing Aurelia's Fury? He's playing Aurelia the War Leader.
I
don't
see
think-
Aurelia the War Leader,
no
and I
Aurelia's
cannot
Fury.
see Aurelia's Fury. I mean, what I'm doing is I'm using deduction, though, and I'm trying to interpret if there are any other scrawling chicken scratches that look like the Aurelia of Aurelia War Leader. And I don't think I see anything that looks the same.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any Fury in the deck. Someone speculated that may be the card we were seeing in Ollie's hand, but it is not that. Pretty sure it was Fog.
I mean, when I consider that he's playing Arbor Gale, Thornhorn, Helmaw, and Zealous Creeps.
I thought it was Zealous Cyclops.
Oh, Zealous Cyclops, my bad. Every time it's like a Rorschach test. Every time you look,
It
you see something
changes.
different.
Yeah, it's very much so. So if you just just joining us, I am Joey Pasco, joined in the booth by Adrian Sullivan, coming to you guys live from Washington, D.C., where the StarCityGames.com Standard Open Series is deep into the Swiss. We are in the middle of round 7 of 10, headed to game 3 between Bronzie Fain and his Black-Red Zombies versus Ali Aintrazi playing Naya Ramp. Ali with pulling out all the tricks with Tristani and Gisela, Blade of Gold Knight, to close that last game after being run over in game 1. We've had quite an exciting day today. Several different kinds of decks on camera. We've had an Esper Control in the hands of Gerard Fabiano, an Esper Walker's List in the hands of Shaheen Sarani. Who else? We had a Jund list. We've had several Junk Reanimator lists. We even had an Esper Tokens list. Had a couple of red-green lists, a couple of blue-white-red Flash lists, one Prime Speaker Bant list that Well, it was only on camera for about 30 seconds before it won game 3. By the time we went to it on camera, it was basically just beating down with a Loxodon Smiter. But Prime Speaker Bant, a list that we saw a lot last week. We've seen very little of it today, but it is in the room. So quite a few different lists. And again, now we're watching Black Red Zombies, one of the more aggressive decks that we've seen on camera. Bant Hexproof being one of the other ones, although that one's aggressive in kind of a different style. But yeah, quite a varied metagame here today in DC.
Now, if you were following along on Twitter with the hashtag SCGDC, you would actually know the information about what was that crazy cheering about. Apparently someone, this is all it was, someone called out for a judge and it was so entertainingly loud that people applauded him. Also,
wow,
you would know that Frostburn Weird is at 6-1 in the hands of Rustic Glacken.
Nice.
To the match at hand, Bronzie Fain on the play. Turn 2 Knight of Infamy versus turn 1 Arbor Elf.
Yeah, Ali on the draw here needs to make sure that he can put up a defense for any sort of early onslaught that Bronzie's going to try to present. And Knight of Infamy, representative of that onslaught, or at least the first representative of that onslaught that Bronzie is hoping to present. So Ali has a turn 3 Loxodon, or I'm sorry, turn 2 Loxodon Smiter. That is quite the wall for these aggro decks. If Bronzie doesn't have an answer for it,
Knight of Infamy can just march on through, but the rest of Bronzie's creatures have to go through the air to get through it.
Absolutely. So Bronzie would still like to answer it as quickly as possible. Knight of Infamy with Exalted and Protection from White gets in for 3 here. We are presuming he didn't miss his Exalted trigger.
I will presume you are correct.
Bronzie trying to decide what he wants to do. He's got 2 lands tapped and plays Gravecrawler, Diregraph Ghoul. So yeah, those guys are just going to get eaten up by that Smiter if Bronzie doesn't have an answer. Now he may be willing to crash one of his Gravecrawler or crash one of his guys into the Smiter and then Searing Spirit.
You can see that the one mountain in play, the only mountain that Bronzie runs, has kept him from casting his Geralf's Messenger.
Very good call. Didn't see that messenger in his hand, but it is there. Ali untaps. Turn 3, access to 4 mana, has a Restoration Angel if necessary. I believe he has a couple of lands possibly in hand. Not getting a great look at his hand. I definitely see Restoration Angel and I believe Temple Garden. Thought I saw Thragtusk. Yeah, Thragtusk, Restoration Angel, Temple Garden.
Knight of Infamy back on in.
So yeah, Bronzie just attacks for the Knight of Infamy here. In for 3. And passes with no land drop and no play.
Ali does not flash the Angel. Saving it for probably his access on Thragtusk.
Very likely. At this point he's under very little pressure. Has the time to wait on a Thragtusk before flashing in the Restoration Angel. He did draw an Oblivion Ring, not exactly the answer he wants for the Knight of Infamy, considering that's really the only card he's that's doing any damage to him at this point.
I think he's going to take some damage on this land. Nope, it's just a Gavany Township.
Now he could swing in here. Gravecrawler can't block, but the Diregraph Pool can block, if I recall correctly. Well, he's got something else to play.
5
he's going to go ahead
mana
and
Thragtusk.
So
Back
never
up to
mind
19.
my line of play. I was going to say he could attack, and then if if the smiter was blocked and then searing speared, he could save it with the Restoration Angel, basically kind of getting a searing spear out of his opponent's hand.
Attacks with smiter after the Thragtusk. Smiter and Thragtusk here. So much power in play. Bronzie, though he is the beatdown deck, has come to the position where he is really, really in danger of falling to all of these huge creatures. Victim of Night does kill the elephant.
So he does find an answer for it. Ali tapped out, can't Restoration Angel to save it, but I imagine he has bigger things in mind for that angel. In the form of 5 life and a beast token.
Giralf's Messenger just sitting in the hand there for Bronzie Fain. Stuck.
Yeah, he's got literally every other land in his deck could cast Giralf's Messenger if he named Zombie with Cavern of Souls.
Bronzie attacks with Gravecrawler. Ali thinks about blocking and then takes it. After combat, I think we're going to see Bonfire for 1.
Looks like it.
Bonfire for 1 to get that Arbor Elf off of the table before the Gavany Township can pump it out of reach.
Yep, that's what he does. Trades Bonfire for an Arbor Elf. Ali untaps with his 4 lands, still has access to that Restoration Angel play, blinking the Thragtusk. And Thragtusk trying to decide whether it wants to attack. Ali prods it a little bit, and it attacks.
In for 5, Bronzie takes it down to 11.
And Ali going to play around any sort of Searing Spear shenanigans.
5 more life and a beast.
Yeah, blinks it with the Restoration Angel.
Completely shutting down Bronzie's access to an attack phase. And Bronzie throws his hand down on the table, frustrated. 2 Giralf's Messenger at least in hand.
It's unbelievable how that kind of thing can happen when you've got, 16? He's got 24 lands in the deck, 23 of them cast Giralf's Messenger. But he has, of his 3 lands, he's got the 1 that does not cast it.
Ali is essentially trying to figure out if his beast is dead. He did block the Gravecrawler that attacked, and it would have had an Exalted thing, but I don't think that Bronzie declared it. And that's what this conversation is about, is like, is this beast dead or not? You attack with Exalted there, that's a 3/2 Gravecrawler.
Yep.
And the question is, what was announced? And he's like, well, you started putting it away, and he's saying, well, you didn't announce it. Okay, well,
Yeah, I obviously we can't hear what the players are saying, so we don't know what was announced or not.
I think actually the real conversation is, I think that zombies are really cool, and I think beasts are cool. Beasts are really cool. We have the judge here describing what happened. He didn't say it. Okay, so after combat, the dead Gravecrawler is resurrected for 1 black.
Beast did indeed die to the Exalted Gravecrawler. I think, you know, as far as the latest updates to the, I guess the Forgotten Trigger policy, missed trigger, I believe that it's assumed that it's not missed as soon as there's a point where it would affect the board. So when Gravecrawler attacks, Ali puts his guy in front of it, and Bronzie says, all right, your guy dies. That's fair. He didn't have to announce Exalted.
Yep.
He just had to say, okay, your guy dies at that point. Now, if Bronzie made some sort of indication where Gravecrawler dies, then he goes and recasts Gravecrawler, and then goes, oh wait, your beast died, like then it's too late. So I don't know exactly what was going on.
We have a block. Knight of Infamy and Diregraph Ghoul all get in the way. After combat, Garruk Primal Hunter makes another beast.
And this game's getting further and further out of reach for Bronzie.
And Bronzie again draws something not useful, packs it up, packs it in. us begin to end this match here. Ali Aintrazi, a 2-1 victor here.
Yeah, that was a rough one for Bronzie, but I mean, sometimes it happens. Honestly, it's not like he did the wrong thing by having one mountain in the deck.
I don't like it.
You know, like that. If he didn't have that mountain,
actually, I'm actually being quite literal. I don't like it.
Yeah.